But it's just like shocking, like so many shoes and all this. I don't know which one's to pick. Then like it's all fire kicks everywhere.
It was really inspiring for me to not only see the vision of Sam's goals realized, but also to see how active he was in the community and how thankful the community seemed to be for something that may seem trivial in terms of going to the mall and getting a pair of shoes, but it's not just that, it's the whole narrative.
I'm impacting people right now, and it prepares me to go back to my studies and reminds me of that humane aspect of it.
You know, I never thought I could actually turn this into research, but coming to the Burnett School of Medicine, it's an educational requirement that we have here at the institution to do a long-term research project. So the prior studies on this topic is pretty tangible and it's concrete. Evidence shows that children in low SES communities, they tend to lack self-efficacy in an academic setting. They lack self-efficacy socially and lack self-efficacy athletically. What I did is I took all of those prior research studies and kind of blended it in to formulate my own pre-surveys where I could pre-survey these students before the two interventions, which one intervention is material capital in the form of shoes, and the other is mentorship in the form of first-year medical students actually going to the community and mentoring these students, and then post-surveyed them to see what exactly our effects were on these children.
Being in school here, I'm not from Texas, so I really got to experience with this a sense of community. I got to realize different cultures, different backgrounds, and how everyone really is human.
Not so much advocate for the kids, but just be there and help them, especially get them something that's so important as footwear that is really overlooked. No one really thinks about this as a necessity for kids, but it really is, and it makes a really huge impact, and I really love what he's doing with that.
Hello. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Sam. Good to see you.
All right. So I was fortunate enough to meet with Professor Burnett. I told him about my idea of how I could turn this 501c3 into a nonprofit in a way that we can quantify our effects.
How deep did you go, and how confident do you feel that your survey is set up well?
And maybe add a couple of components to it, and he was all about it, and I'm really thankful that he allowed me to do it.
So we don't just send them out and bring them back 4 years later. We have an investigator attached to them, and they come back, and there's constant, with Professor Mike Burnett's constant quality control of how they're advancing and how their projects are going. This is extra work for our medical students that only happens now in about 4 or 5 medical schools in the country. It is work so well worth their effort.